So my buddy started up Fallout 4 and my brain immediately went, remember Fallout 4? Remember being in high school? Remember being happy? Why yes, brain. I do remember the good old days.
Fuck it!
Let's fire up my most recent playthrough and finish 100%ing the game. All I really had left were the two expansions, Far Harbor and Nuka World. I didn't really want to play through Far Harbor. I know it's a good expansion. I played it when it originally came out. I'm just not a fan of gross, damp swamps. Reminds me too much of home. But whatever, let's knock this shit out so I can play Nuka World. I didn't really touch Nuka World at all when that came out, but the whole theme park theme is a really exciting idea. So I knock out Far Harbor. Honestly, I had a blast through it and completed a few leftover achievements. And now, I'm ready for Nuka World. This is the gayest piece of shit I've ever played! My hopes were high. A soda-themed theme park in the post-apocalypse where you become the overboss of 3 raider factions who are on the edge over the control of Nuka World? Hey, that sounds pretty fucking good on paper, doesn't it? Let me hit you with reality. You spend most of this expansion running through dark, small corridored buildings, getting ass blasted with lasers from Nuka variants of regular Commonwealth robots, bum rushed by paint-covered ghouls, and bombarded by creatures of the waste, mostly Mirelurks. There's very few new enemies, and the only actual cool one is the Gator Claw, which, like I said, is cool, but also kind of feels lazy. Fighting variants is cool, but it gets old extremely quickly. Since most of this expansion has you running through buildings, you get hit with load screen after load screen after load screen. One section of the park is a Wild West themed adventure where you have to pick up codes or whatever, but it requires you to speak to a Protectron with a cowboy hat. And as we all know, Protectrons are cute as shit, but he takes fucking forever to get through his lines. And that's with mashing A to skip it all. On top of it, the game knows the area sucks so fucking hard, it gives you a speech check to fool the Protectron to skip whatever stupid shit he wants you to do. In general, most people self-insert into games, especially those involving a created character, and thus, typically, people choose to be the hero. In Nuka World, Bethesda says, "Fuck you, nerd," and actively ruins your playstyle. Oh, you thought this silly raider business was just gonna be within the confines of Nuka World? Wrong! If you want to 100% this game, you have to be a piece of shit and become a raider overlord in the Commonwealth. You have to establish 3 raider outposts, and you have to complete 12 raider missions that involve fighting the Minutemen. Like, you know, those silly pre-war LARPers who you've likely helped the entire game and also assisted with in establishing settlements all throughout the Commonwealth. Yeah, get fucked because they hate you now. This also meant that my sexy wife Piper hates me too. Not just because I was forced to fight against the Minutemen, but also because I had targets I was forced to kill in Diamond City. Yeah, let me ask you this. Have you ever had an entire city out for your head? No? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, it's not fun. So here's the rundown on the 12 missions. This involves you fast traveling back and forth between Nuka World and the Commonwealth, which are 2 completely separate maps. Which means picking up a mission, walking out of the Raider faction base, load screen, fast traveling into the Commonwealth, load screen, fast traveling to the mission objective, load screen, completing the mission objective, fast traveling to Nuka World, load screen, fast traveling to a Raider boss, load screen, entering the Raider boss building, load screen, and then finally turning in the mission just to pick up another one to do it all over again. Even on an SSD, load times fucking suck in this game. And even if you have a second monitor, well, fuck you, because as soon as you click out of the game, it completely freezes, even during loading screens until you click back in. So No browsing for you. If you want to 100% but want to stay good, then you have to lose all that sweet XP and make a save before you go nuclear on the Commonwealth. There are a few achievements in Nuka World that fucking blow, particularly the Alt Sugared Up and Eye on the Motherfucking Prize achievements. All Sugared Up involves you killing creatures in Nuka World while under the effects of the 20 new Nuka Soda flavors. The thing is, majority of the flavors last about 20 seconds or less. On top of that, I'm guessing the achievement is hyper-specific because it wants you to kill 40 brand new creatures, so no Nuka variants of robots, ghouls, or Mirelurks, and no raiders. That leaves you with like 3 fucking enemies, while under the effects that hardly last for drinks that are mildly annoying to get. But that's nothing compared to the stupid ass motherfucking Eye on the Prize, which involves spending 100,000 Nuka-Cade tickets. Going into the DLC, I knew this was coming up, so I made sure to grab every single ticket I saw. I grabbed a shit ton while traveling throughout Nuka World, diving into every trash can I saw, and if I was lucky, I would find a big ass roll of tickets. I ended up with about 6,000. Okay, I guess I'll play in the arcade. Playing like a champ can net you maybe 500 tickets per play. Playing smart can net you up to 1,000. And playing like the developer obviously intended you to play by exploiting collision bugs by placing the basketball arcade on a mat to then fuse and line up 5 arcades together to then grab the basketball and spam crouch to fool the game into thinking you're scoring points. Yeah, that can net you up to 7,500 tickets. Woo, baby! What a time saver. But why? What is the point of this achievement? Who thought that this was a good idea? Why punish your players with something that is straight up torture? There is no fun to be had with it, and it's a godsend that there was a bug to drastically cut down the time needed to get the achievement. I truly love Fallout 4. Now, it's certainly no New Vegas, but I think it stands solidly on its own. The gunplay is great, the story is enjoyable, base building can be a blast, and nearly all of its DLCs are fantastic. But Nuka World was one of the most disappointing expansions I have ever played. So time to do it all again in VR.